Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. First thing in the morning, trying to beat the sun here. I hope my iPad stays in the shade long enough to discuss these two fine beauties. Before we do that, we're going to beat the sun with a 1948 Ford, which was the fastest production truck at that time. I think we can beat the sun, and I can get motivated at the same time. Beautiful Bartow Ford, serving the community for 50 years. That was back in '98. Large volume dealer in a small town. People love the Fords in beautiful Bartow, Florida. So Scrapper showed up with these two. We have this Yard Machines 2017. He said this one ran, so I gave 20 for it. This one here is a 09, and it's missing the recoil, so I don't know much about it. MTD on the 09. I did find 3 screws for the recoil, but I got to dig up a recoil for this. Feels like it's got compression. We'll kind of look this thing over. But let me put up the handle here on this 2017, third month of 2017 on this Yard Machine. Wheels are a little wonky. I got to put them in the right hole to give me highest deck position. Right now it's scraping manhole covers, and maybe I need to add some large fender washers on the wheel studs. So I'm wondering if this thing's going to start or not start, or start and stall. I just gave 20 for it just because it looked complete. It looked sellable. I always do well with these baby 20s. Looks like somebody kept folding the handle down. The top handle section here is all bent to hell. Safety brake cable is operative. Let's look at the oil. Somebody's changed the plug. Looks like it's got an NGK plug on it. This isn't good. We're overfilled on the oil, so we might have to do an emergency oil drain off. Yep. It's a good thing I checked. If you can see that, we're way up here. The fill line is here, so I got to do an emergency drain on this. So if it started for the scrapper, it must have been smoky as hell. So let me side detour here. Sorry. Shit happens on the fly at Tommy Time. I just got to get a container and pour some extra oil off. Okay, I think I came up with a quick solution. I just have a fabric softener container. I'm just going to tilt this towards me, drain off some of that oil. Drain off what I think it's going to take to level it up, and then check my dipstick again. So how you guys doing? What's happening? What's shaking? What are you fixing? What are you selling? Oh, okay. Just above the arrow, so I'm going to give it another quick pour, and that should be acceptable. So I'll be shocked if this thing starts and stays running. It'd be a quick turnaround. Do the wheel adjustment, and I got to look at the blade. Yeah, it'll need a new blade. I have 20-inch blades. The whole end of the blade is rounded off, so most likely original blade from 2017. Okay, that's just where I want it, just below the high mark. So should we take a fuel sample or just go with it? The invisible air filter, I get a lot of those. It's got fuel. I say we just prime it and pull. You can't go wrong if it's got an NGK plug, guaranteed to start. So it did start, but you saw the jumpiness here. I'm going to turn this over, bring you down there, and we're just going to look at the shaft, see if the shaft's bent or is the blade terribly bent. Hopefully we don't have a bent shaft, but this thing was jumping off the ground like a California lowrider, which is not what I want in a lawnmower. This is not a car show. This is Tommy time, where we're serious about lawnmowers and lawnmower repair. So we do need some attention here. I don't know what the deal is with that, if it's just loose or wallowed out, but we definitely need some washers. Okay, let me pull the plug wire so I don't lose my left arm, which I kind of value. It has a value. Did you guys know that body parts have value? If you lose a finger and you sue, each part of your body's got a value. If you follow court cases, accidental dismemberment. Okay, I got a mark picked out. Yep, the blade's way bent. I'm going to put a different blade on. Hopefully the shaft isn't bent, but look at this thing. Flat here. This is curved down and missing more meat than the other side. This other side nearly goes to the end of the deck. So I believe they used the shit out of this thing from new. Hopefully we're not bent here. So it did start. I won't call the scrapper a liar, and it did run, but it just didn't run the best or sound the best or look the best. I got to figure out that one. And that one. So they push this thing a million miles. Let's come over here and look at this. Right away, we got a wonky spring here on the throttle. So it's got the 3-holer recoil. I got to dig one of those up. I couldn't put my hand on one right away or I would have threw it on. I did find the hardware though. I got the 3 screws. I'll go ahead and take the carb off, remove the tank, carb comes off. I'll put another diaphragm on it. Inside of the tank doesn't look bad. I'll need the 2 screws for the oil pickup. I can't get that off right now. Let's move Mr. Cluck. Let's just turn this one over and see what the blade looks like on this MTD. The 11 Alpha-544 Alpha 020. It may come back as a yard machine or something. I don't know what it is since the cover's missing. So this is all worn out as well. The back side of the blade's missing and this is flat. Okay, I'm just trying to feel for compression. I don't know, weak compression. I should have had more resistance than I did. Okay, I think that's acceptable. Give it the old backhander, and it should spring back the other way with somewhat of a force. High wheeler deck isn't so bad, so I just caused an oil spill here on my sidewalk, so that kind of stinks. I got to clean this up. Gotta change that out. Oil this up. So there you have it. This one's going to need a little bit of work, but I like the deck. Nice wide deck. And what do we got? We got the bag chute and we got a side discharge. So maybe I can come up with a bag for this. That'll be a good deal. Wide body deck with a bag. Can't go wrong on the 2009, 9 month of 2009. Sun's creeping up on the sidewalk. My iPad's getting warmed up. I need a drink. Okay, that's good. Don't want to overdo it on the happy sauce. You got to do it in moderation. So this is my deal for today. I'm going to go to my mower blade section, grab a bow tie 20, throw it on here, and see if it eliminates that extreme rattle on this thing and doctor up the wheels somehow. Maybe I've got a shitty rusted out deck with the wheels on it. If they're in better condition, I'll change it out on this 2017 yard machine. This thing, like I said's been pushed a million miles, but it still starts. Anyway, thanks for coming out. We got 30 into these 2 turds. So that if this one rectifies, I'll be at this for sale at 120. I'm thinking, I don't know yet on this. If I get a bag, this one would be 120 without a bag, maybe 130 or 140 with the bag. High wheel or wide deck. Okay, sun's starting to roast me. You guys have a good day. Please tip your waitress and wait staff. They're doing an awesome job. Thanks for coming out. I got to do some oil cleanup on aisle number 3. Have a good day today. Tip your waitress. Don't forget, they really want those tips. It really helps them. Don't forget. Do it. Do it now. Do it right now.